Elara Kane stands frozen at the edge of the airlock, her breath fogging the visor of her suit. The planet outside, a jagged orb of crimson and violet storms, pulses like a living thing. Its name is Zypher-7, and it's not just another rock in the galaxy. It's a death trap. One misstep, one tear in her suit, and her bones would dissolve into ash before she could scream. She's not here by choice. None of them are. The crew of the Starless Dawn 5 desperate souls were sent to this forsaken world to retrieve a signal. A signal that shouldn't exist. A signal that could rewrite humanity's future. Or end it. The airlock hisses open, and the wind outside howls like a chorus of ghosts. Alara's cum crackles, Kane. You reading this? It's Jackson! The mission's grizzled engineer. His voice tight with fear he'd never admit. The readings are spiking. Whatever's out there, it's close. Alara doesn't respond. Her eyes are locked on the horizon, where a faint, unnatural glow flickers. It's not a star! It's not a storm! It's something else! Something that knows they're here. 3 months ago, the Starless Dawn was just another salvage ship, scraping by on the edge of known space. Elara, a disgraced exobiologist with a rap sheet longer than her arm, signed on because she had nowhere else to go. Jackson, the engineer, was running from debts he couldn't pay. Then there was Mira, the pilot, who never talked about her past but flew like she was born in the void. The twins, Cass and Rin, were the tech specialists, brilliant, reckless, and always bickering. They were a mismatched crew, bound by necessity, not trust. But when Earth Command pinged them with a contract to investigate a distress signal from Zypher-7 for a payout that could set them up for life, they didn't ask questions. They should have. Zypher-7 wasn't just remote. It was cursed. No ship that landed there ever came back. The planet's atmosphere was a cocktail of corrosive gases, its surface a maze of razor-sharp crystal spires that could shred steel. And then there were the rumors. Whispers of something alive down there. Not human, not animal. Something that didn't belong in this universe. The signal they were chasing? It wasn't a cry for help. It was a warning. Elara takes her first step onto the surface, her boots crunching against the brittle ground. The sound is wrong, too loud, too hollow, like the planet is swallowing her footsteps. Her suit's sensors scream, warnings, radiation spikes, temperature fluctuations, and something they can't identify. Stay sharp, she mutters into the cum, more to herself than the others. The crew follows, fanning out in a tight formation. Myra's drone hovers above, its camera sweeping the terrain. Cass and Rin are already arguing over their scanners, their voices a low buzz in Alara's earpiece. Jackson's heavy breathing is the only sign he's still human under all that gear. The glow on the horizon is brighter now, pulsing in a rhythm that feels almost deliberate. Alara's gut twists. She's seen a lot in her years mutated creatures on asteroid mines. Black market experiments gone wrong, but nothing like this. The signal source is a structure, half buried in the crystal dunes. It's not a ship. It's not a bunker. It's something older, carved from a material that doesn't reflect light. It absorbs it. The crew stops, staring. That's not human, Myra whispers, her voice barely audible. No shit, Rin snaps, but his bravado cracks. Cass elbows him, her eyes wide. Shut up and look at it! The structure is massive, its surface etched with symbols that twist and shift when you try to focus on them. It's like staring into a void that stares back. The signal is coming from inside, a low-frequency hum that vibrates in their bones. Alara's hand hovers over her plasma cutter. We go in, she says, her voice steady despite the fear clawing at her chest. Jackson grabs her arm. You sure about this, Kane? We don't know what's in there. She yanks free. We don't get paid if we turn back. You want to die broke? He doesn't answer. He doesn't need to. Inside, the air is thick, like wading through oil. Their flashlights cut through the darkness, revealing walls that pulsed with faint bioluminescence. The hum is louder now, a song without words. pulling them deeper. Cass's scanner beeps frantically. This place! It's alive, she says, her voice trembling. The walls, the florets, all organic. Rin laughs, but it's forced. Great. We're inside a giant space monster's gut. Nobody laughs back. They find the source of the signal in a chamber the size of a cathedral. At its center is a device, if you can call it that. It's a sphere, floating above the ground, its surface swirling with colors that don't exist in any spectrum. Elara knows. The hum is deafening now, rattling their teeth. Myra's drone shorts out, crashing to the floor. Jackson swears. We need to leave. Now. But Elara can't move. The sphere is calling her not with words, but with something deeper. Something that hooks into her mind and pulls. She steps forward, ignoring the crew's shouts. Her hand reaches out, inches from the sphere's surface. That's when the walls move. Not collapse, not shift move. Like muscles flexing, the symbols on the walls glow brighter, forming patterns that burn into their eyes. Cass screams, clutching her head. Rin drops to his knees, blood trickling from his nose. Mira's yelling something about the ship, but the comms are static. Jackson grabs Elara, pulling her back. Kane, snap out of it. But she can't. The sphere is showing her things images of worlds consumed, stars collapsing, a universe unraveling. And at the center of it all, something watches. Something ancient. Something hungry? The chamber shakes, and the floor splits open, tendrils black, writhing, impossibly erupt from the ground, lashing at the crew. Elara ducks, slicing one with her plasma cutter. It bleeds light, not liquid, and the air screams. Run! She yells, but it's too late. A tendril wraps around Rin, lifting him like a rag doll. His scream cuts off as he's pulled into the dark. Cass collapses, sobbing. Mira fires her pulse rifle, but the shots dissolve into the tendrils like water into sand. Jackson drags Elara toward the exit, but the sphere's pull is stronger now. It's not just calling her, it's rewriting her. They barely make it out of the chamber, the structure collapsing behind them. The planet itself seems to be waking up, the ground splitting, the storms above raging harder. Myra's at the ship, prepping for launch. Cass is a wreck, muttering about Rin. Jackson's shouting at Elara to move, but her mind is still tangled in the sphere's visions. She sees it clearly now. Sapera Siete isn't a planet. It's a cage, and whatever's locked inside is waking up. The Starless Dawn lifts off, engines screaming as the planet tries to pull them back. Alara's in the cockpit, staring at the screens. The structure's gone, swallowed by the surface, but the signal's still broadcasting. Stronger now, spreading. They're not just carrying a warning back to Earth. They're carrying the thing itself. What did we do? Mira whispers, her hands shaking on the controls. Elara doesn't answer. She can still hear the hum, feel it in her bones. It's not over. It's just beginning. Back on Earth, the signal hits the networks. Lights flicker. Machines stutter. People start seeing things, shadows that move, whispers in the dark. Elara and the crew are hunted now, not just by Earth Command, but by something else. Something that followed them. Something that knows their names. And as they run, as they fight, as they try to warn the world, one question burns. What did they bring back from Zephyra 7? And can they stop it before it consumes everything? The screen fades to black, but the hum lingers. You can feel it, can't you? That pulse in your chest. That itch in your mind? Check your windows. Lock your doors. Because whatever's coming, it's already here!